It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
Well, there had to have been a reason.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
What, monitoring us? The reason Byakuya dove under the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... I feel like the knife would be too obvious of the answer. God, I have 2 minutes. Night vision goggles. Oh, the Duralumin case then, right? Yeah? No. This may sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong.
Crap!
Well, I thought it was like inspecting for weapons and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm wrong. I'm gonna move myself here so maybe you guys can see the timer. Here's what Byakuya was doing under the party. Under the table. So, would it be the knife? God, I lost health! I think it's too early for that. Kitchen equipment list. Fire door, party dishes, Taro. Maybe it is the knife. What did this say again? Dining hall of the old building near the Hotel Mirai. Victim was repeatedly stabbed. Aside from that, the body has no external injuries, no chemicals. Okay. The knife, I guess? Because he was keeping an eye out for, like, dangerous items and stuff.
I can prove it with
Okay,
this.
it was the knife. I overthought it, man. I overthought
Probably
it.
has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Damn it. Sucks being an overthinker sometimes.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in
How?
order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right? Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it
Saw
right
it at the
that
right moment. Yeah, when the blackout happened, it had the glow-in-the-dark paint on it. So he somehow saw that? But the tablecloth. Maybe if the paint dripped? Oh, fuck, I don't care about that whisper.
Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
Yeah, he could have seen someone doing that.
No, that's not possible.
How?
You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
Oh, really?
This is almost like a real trial!
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Influence gauge, that's new. Hi, Spray. What's up, man? If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. So that's like my health bar, essentially. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. What's up, Murphy? Also, if you concentrate by holding down the RB button, you can progress the argument slowly. So use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Alright, let's go. So now it's gonna get more interesting. Knife, bloodstain, gaps in the floor, AC. Oh my gosh, night vision goggles. Okay.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout. That sounds correct.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black!
Night vision
It
goggles.
was so dark I couldn't see my food!
Oh, you could smell it. You were fine.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Lies.
No, that's wrong.
Haha! It was Byakuya that used the night vision goggles. Boom!
No, Byakuya
Feels
was
so
probably
flat.
the
Really,
only one who
Elgin?
was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Jesus, hi! What? That scared the bejesus out of me!
Obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
What?
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden argument? You could say that! I was not expecting jump scares here. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, this kind of argument surfaces, you'll go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the left stick. Okay. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. The shape of their remarks? And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood towards the other party's advantage, plus it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the Y button. I've learned that's the Y button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there has been delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bills will be called blades. That's about it. Okay. Only the name has changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review controls. Okay. Okay, this might take a sec. Knife, Duralumin case.
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down.
What am I doing?
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
I did something right.
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I found a hole in your argument. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mahiru's claim with evidence.
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I retreat. Okay, so I failed.
Damn it!
I was overcome. She's gonna go back to the original topic.
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Okay, that one's fine.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they couldn't kill Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Is that good? That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Okay, so I have it right. I had the wrong truth blade. Okay. Okay.
Crap!
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they couldn't kill Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Shit! Oh, I hit the wrong button. I forgot to use to hit the Y button to actually use it. I found a hole in your argument. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. You need to refute. Yeah.
Because if they use night vision, then they couldn't kill Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were
Trying to do
planned
both
in
at
advance.
once, man.
The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those
Oh, I did it! Okay. Whoa, boy.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Anyone that's confused, by the way, when we're doing these trials to figure out who the murderer is, we go through all of the evidence that we collected. And this game goes about discussing all of that evidence in a very unique way with these mini games. And hell, I was doing that and it was extremely confused the whole time. I had no idea what was going on. That was actually a new one compared to the first game. So yeah, they just have mini games as a way to present and argue evidence. That's all.
Definitely. But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin
Damn
case
right,
as
Black
well.
Souls. Hella confusing.
Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken
Argument
the
the
night vision
quickest. So
goggles
props.
out of the
Yeah, I did it, Turtle. It was
case. He was
tough.
carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
The hardest part about that was trying to switch the blades while
When you
cutting
put it
through
like
the
that,
words.
it makes sense.
It was very tough.
Then,
Class
was
of
that
lawyers?
knife
Nah.
inside the case too?
Just a
If
bunch
there were
of
night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
it's just a bunch of extremely talented high school students in their respective fields, called ultimates. Example, this guy's the ultimate cook and things like that. And we basically have been kidnapped in a sense, and we're stuck in this place, and the only way we can leave is if we literally start killing each other. And whoever murders someone and gets away with it and doesn't get caught is the person that gets to be set free. So it's our job when a murder happens to figure out what happened and try and figure out who the killer is. Because if we figure out who the killer is, they're the ones that are executed and punished. And if we guess wrong, then the killer gets to run free while everybody else gets executed. So it's this fucked up like anime killing game, which is actually really fun. Okay, if there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
Correct, he does. The knife was brought in a Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too? No, that's not possible. Yeah, because it was taped to the bottom of the table. We saw the duct tape. Yeah. The knife was hitting the dining hall before the party started. Should be able to prove it. Yeah.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
Not without that glowing paint.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond, being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
This guy, I love him. He's so over the top.
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Well, I know so too because of the note he got. Byakuya probably never knew there was a possibility the murder would occur. Wait, let me read that again. Yeah. Where is the note? Wait, did I pass it? Oh, right there. I'm an idiot.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
So you get to kill, but you have to hide it, or does this naturally happen? The murder trials, like the class trials like this, always happen in the game that's scripted. So far in a Danganronpa game, we haven't been the one that do the killing. We're the detectives, essentially. But who knows how this one's gonna go. This is completely new to me. Alright, take a look. Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. I'm betting money this was Monokuma.
The hell is this?
Bana.
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
I mean, I agree with her, but not in that way. Oh, wasn't you?
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies.
Those are still lies.
Doesn't matter who wrote it.
Okay.
So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
Someone did write it.
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
Really shitty
As
prank.
long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk.
Well,
A strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
yeah, the voice actor for Nagito, I know, I think it's the same voice actor as the protagonist from the last game. And I'm also pretty sure he's done a lot of other things as well. Not sure. But, yeah, it's a very familiar voice. Also, I don't know, this might be overthinking, but it was Nagito who made the suggestion to go check out Byakuya's cottage to see if we could find more evidence. Could he have known? And if it wasn't Monokuma, could it have been Nagito? Because, like, he's been kind of suspicious in a lot of ways. Like, he was the one really close to the AC that went off. I know, he was the one that was by the table where we found Byakuya dead. He's been acting really odd, so what if... Huh.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
Yeah, that would have caused more uproar.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
This guy.
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
Oh, is that where the glow
You're
paint
right.
comes in?
They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles.
Yeah, because there was only one pair. Unless there was...
But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
the paint.
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
Yeah, okay, so the glow-in-the-dark paint is what they're saying. Because there was the green on the hilt of the knife and the duct tape. Because of this mark, the killer was able to get a knife from under the table into his hand!
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Yes, sir.
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
And the only one that I think who could have done that in advance was Nagito, because he was the one that
That's why they
clean-
used glowing paint as a mark.
the area first. Like, he was the one that cleaned the whole dining room.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
I'd agree with that.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
Oh, he's gonna blame Peko.
Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Pecco's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
Unless she used the thing on her back.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
She always has that bamboo sword around her, like on her back, so couldn't she have reached it that way, maybe? By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, the blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored we called agree spots. Agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains a lie or mistake, please file the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Oh. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, that's interesting. I like it. I like it. Chiaku. Okay, so we have just all the accounts right now. Okay. Nekumaru's, I think, because of the bathroom?
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office.
She
Not even before the blackout.
Oh, was she in the bathroom?
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
It's not weird to doubt her, but I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony.
Since Peko was in the office,
Okay, Taro's was he was
she
in the
could have caused
kitchen.
the blackout at any time.
Chiaki's.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I think it's Nekomaru's, because Chiaki was outside.
Huh?
Taro
Why
was
is
in the
it
kitchen,
impossible?
right?
Because I was not in the office.
So she was in the bathroom,
Not even before the blackout.
right?
I agree with that.
Yeah!
No.
Pooping help!
Peko is telling the truth.
Pooping help, chat!
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all. He's talking about the bathroom.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Peko!
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
She has to poop. Lady gotta poop.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking
I love
a
him!
shit.
Oh my god!
Weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I mean, he is a team manager.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's funny!
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
Yeah, what happened?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey,
Opened in the dark.
how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
This is why he needs to die!
Stop it.
How did he not die
Still,
first?
Your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't get into
Bad
other
face.
people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Oh.
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
That's a good possibility, but we didn't find any evidence of
I
that.
see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Peko's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. Okay. Knife, AC timer, night vision goggles, embarrassing pose, party dishes. Party dishes? Maybe the food?
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it,
She took a plate with her.
you brought food to the office, right?
Yeah. So maybe it is the food.
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
So ruin the taste. Or the laxatives. Need to clarify that. Okay.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
The case literally hinges on shit right now,
Now
yeah.
that you mention it,
Yeah.
you brought food to the office, right?
I'm gonna try what I think it was Pecos? No.
little bit from
What
the dining
Fuyuhiko
hall.
said.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, because Akane also ate the food in the dining hall. It was just them two.
It's impossible
Technically
that
three.
laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Peko wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
So are we just assuming that they ate the same food
If
then?
the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
But what if they ate something different?
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Whoa! Uh-oh!
There's this bickering.
Yeah, you go, princess.
Let's just dismiss
I like her.
Echo's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Why are you mean to this woman? Leave her alone!
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. God, I hate that chick. Irons. Okay. Storage room tablecloth, Terra's account, Nekomaru's, Chiaki's account. Okay.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
I'm thinking it's just the irons.
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
Oh, it's either his.
It does not have to be the breaker.
It's either what he said or what what she
They may
said.
have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Ooh, maybe that. No. Okay. It was worded interestingly. Okay, so it's.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Can we bop her on the head? Seriously.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
No.
Maybe they used a remote control?
I think so.
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker.
Cause like the remote control.
They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
Oh, maybe it's that. Yes.
I agree with that.
There it is. It could have been literally any of those things. It sounded like it was possible.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge.
Yeah, bop her with the hammer.
Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Hey, Jesus! Neko, no, you're my friend!
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
Oh, I don't want to do this one again.
What the heck?
Oh, God.
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
It's a possibility, sir. Okay. Oh, God. AC timer. I'm gonna go with AC timer. Yeah. The timer. Let's go.
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage? Then that means everyone who isn't when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
That was mine.
Just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't. If the irons caught, then the
Shit.
killer had to go to the storage and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
I accidentally cut through what I was supposed to use the truth blade on.
But the people in the dining hall weren't. If the irons caused the blackout.
There it is.
Allow me to cut through those words.
There we go. Okay, now it's easier. Now it's easier. I get it now.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger.
No,
is when the
Obrega,
air
she's
conditioners
actually
in
a
the
horrible
dining hall
human
and
being.
office clicked on.
I'm actually gonna say that you're wrong. She's horrible.
The air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30
I feel strongly
PM.
about this. Yeah, so 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout.
Okay.
See? I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably
Means to
checked
agree.
the old building's energy usage in advance.
Seriously,
and
Black
used the
Souls, yeah.
irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
What's wrong with the word indubitably?
Energy usage. They probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun! Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
There we go. Chad, I hate to do this. I really hate to do this. But it's after 11 o'clock. Just when things started getting a little bit strange, I'm gonna have to, I'm actually gonna have to pause it. Don't you say no to me! It's after 11, I got work to do. I'm sorry. See, I'm gonna save it. Okay? It's saved right there. So we'll come right back to the spot tomorrow. I want to know too. I want to know too. Trust me. But I have to be a responsible adult and go get my work done. Stop with the butts. Boss lady, stop it. We will figure out what's going on with Nagito. Tomorrow we will resume the class trial. But for now, I need to get my butt out of here. I have work to do. I have dinner to eat. It's an hour till midnight and I haven't eaten dinner yet. So I'm going to go do that. Sorry to end on such a cliffhanger, but I guess you'll have to tune in tomorrow to see what happened. Huh. But no, seriously, thank you everyone for being here today and hanging out and all that jazz. And I hope it is just getting good, boss lady, for sure. The class trials are intense as hell. I love them. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you're enjoying this game and all the craziness that's going on. Just a reminder, if you guys missed the VOD from yesterday, any of the gameplay that we did yesterday when we started this game, it'll be going up on the YouTube channel. I have it scheduled to go up at 9 a.m. And then it's 5 episodes total. So those will all go up every half an hour starting at 9 a.m. So those will be up on YouTube for you. I'm going to do the same with today's VOD and all the other ones as we move along. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you had a good time. If you're new here, feel free to hit the follow button, and you'll be notified when we're going to be live next here. And if there's any other announcements and changes schedules, things like that, make sure your butt's in the Discord, because that's just where you're going to get all the information that you need. And that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys again. I love yous. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be back with more Danganronpa 2. And until then, ha! Cliffhanger! I'm just gonna guess. Okay, bye. Okay, don't guess! Don't guess! Okay, guessing. Okay. Don't guess. Guessing's bad. No, I have to restart. Come on, man. Son of a... Jesus. No, not that way. I want to go this way. My mouse is upside down. Would it be the March 17th? What does Salir mean? Maybe a bit more expensive?
No thanks, bro.
What the fuck?
Don't forget a hot shot. Also, what's a tween? The bears.
Did you guys see that? Tell me you saw that! Ah.